Inside Africa, in association with Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
From scenic streets to a rising skyline, Maputo, Mozambique is transforming from its colonial Portuguese past and a brutal civil war that followed. Today on Inside Africa, an up-close look at the bustling capital and the people helping to paint a new picture of the country, plus a culinary quest to find the spice of the city. Can you handle the heat? Welcome to the city of the acacia tree, Maputo, Mozambique. Hey everyone, I'm Errol Barnett on a bit of a bumpy journey of discovery inside Africa. Now, at the moment, I'm racing down the main street of the city in what's called a tuk-tuk. This is Isaac.
Yes.
He's our tuk-tuk driver. Isaac, I'm wondering how hard it is driving this tiny thing around Maputo.
It's very hard because there is so much traffic for the people.
Oh, and people crossing all the time.
Yes.
These are quite common in places like Thailand, but here in Mozambique, they're relatively new. They're helping to ease congestion, move people all over the city, and even distribute newspapers to the outskirts of town. And that's exactly where I'm headed. I'm meeting another tuk-tuk driver who delivers a free newspaper called Verdade. And this driver's actually making headlines of her own. Now, the name of this really interesting person is Rabeca Monjane. This is her tuk-tuk. And here is the woman herself. How are you? Hola.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? I'm Errol.
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to meet you. This is your ride.
Sim, sim, sim. É meu carro.
Yes, this is my car.
Tell me how you became a tuk-tuk driver.
Eu gostei.
I like being the first person to drive. I didn't even know that I was the first person because I didn't know whether there were other women driving. So I like being a driver. I asked my bosses and they allowed it. They went to register me for the exam and I started studying. Studied for almost a year. It wasn't so easy to do the exam. I had to do it with a bike that only had 2 wheels. So I did it, and they gave me the tuk-tuk so I could start working.
So it took you a year to learn how to drive. I'm told that you didn't even drive a car before driving this tuk-tuk. And around town, I've seen that it's mostly men driving these vehicles. So how intimidating was it to try and do this?
Não é fácil.
It's not easy, because everyone wants to see me. They want to see the woman who is driving the tuk-tuk. So on the road, all the people who see me, they say, oh lady, how are you driving? That is for men. But sincerely, what I see is that this is not just for men. Women can also do it. It's a vehicle, like any other. Yes, I see other women who drive buses, others airplanes or whatever, and I feel proud because of it.
It's a job Rabeca certainly has mastered. And take a look at this. Before our interview, I decided to try and drive this very delicate vehicle. This is a nice car. Jump in. Come on, let's go. Come on. Oh, I stole it. Embarrassing. What do? You do a little bit of this?
The key? Yeah. Yeah, so one hand on the key and the other one on the... And now you're ready to go. You left it too early.
Okay, Rabeca, you drive. You're better at this than me. Okay, drive me around the corner so we can do our interview.
Tá bom, agora tá a fazer a entrevista, então vão àquela esquina ali.
I've met my match.
Yeah.
The tuk-tuk.
Tá bom, vamos.
She's a pro. Now, you and I at this moment are in kind of an outlying area of Maputo. It's a township. And you come here to deliver your newspaper. Tell me about the newspaper and where you deliver.
Well, this is a job that I've been doing since a long time ago. And it's been 3 years. I was doing deliveries with other drivers. I rode and delivered the newspaper, so I'm used to it. It's a job like any other. For me, there's no problem. I live in an area more or less like this, so I feel very good and very proud.
There are some big trucks on these roads, and I've seen you having to share the space, avoid the potholes. Anything frightening happen when you've been driving?
What scares me is if I'm following a big bus and another one comes up behind me, I get frightened. But now the fear has passed. Now I don't have a problem. I go. I don't have a problem.
So it's no surprise how Rabeca reacted when one of those big trucks interrupted our interview. You see a big truck coming up here? She doesn't want to put her car in.
Yeah, she doesn't mind.
A difficult spot. It's wet over there. There's rocks and concrete over here. And she's standing up to the guys, saying, I'm not moving my little tuk-tuk, you move your truck. A compromise. Rabeca certainly knows her way in and around town, so before we parted ways, I asked for some of her favorite spots, her recommendations for places to go in Maputo. She gave me a list of restaurants that I cannot wait to try. But before I do that, I'm about to meet a man who's quite familiar with Maputo's changing skyline and some unexpected parts of the city.